Wireless Talk Network.
Okay, so for those of you who had asked, if you go to Facebook, go to Meet the World Image Solutions, you can find this show going on right now. So I'm letting all the people who are watching live to know what's going on. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. You are with your girl, Rhonda M Lawson, and we are on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And right now I have this nut who is trying to take over my studio. Tell him who you are, crazy man.
What's up, world? I'm Shaddy Feelgood. You ain't never feel good till you Shaddy Feelgood. Comedian. I'm right here from New Orleans, but I ain't local, baby. I'm all over the world.
Well, somebody wants to know, where's Mr. Auger Pile Feelgood?
Yeah.
Inside joke.
I used to work with Peter Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to work with him. I quit my job last year, and that's what I used to do, auger cast piles. It's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, but
okay.
So that's why I am. I'm across the river on the West Bank with my girl. We in here, we kicking it. We live, so we about to go ahead and get this interview jumped off.
Yes, we are, and don't worry. Those of you who are calling in to see Ashima Franklin, she is coming. So right now we just gonna hang with Mr. Feelgood. And before we even get started with this interview, there's one thing I just need to go ahead and get straight right now.
What's that?
When I called you and invited you on the show, you kept saying, "Yes, ma'am." I don't know how old you think I am.
Well, I was just being, mannerable.
Okay, mannerable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is.
But if I wouldn't have said that, you'd have been like, who this young cat think I am? Don't play with me, boy. So but that's a woman thing, though.
It's true.
When you're older, you don't want to be called older. You won't feel like you're live and vibrant. But then when somebody come at you like a youngster, be like, boy, I ain't no youngster.
Yeah, there's a way to come in between, though. I think. I mean, don't you think, ladies? There's a way to be in between. There's a way of being respectful without making the woman sound like she about 90 years old. Don't you think?
Well, how would you have preferred me to say it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was just the way that you said it. It was just the tone of your voice. You were like, "Yes, ma'am."
Oh, man. Say, fellas, was I wrong for that? I was just being cordial.
There's nothing wrong with being cordial. Nothing wrong with being cordial.
Yeah.
So what you have going on this weekend?
Friday, August 4th, Funny Fridays at Whispers on the Lake. We do that every other Friday. It's been going on for a year and a half now. Things have been going great. We have coming from out of town, we have Nick Lewis from South Carolina. We have Shay Clement. He's coming from down in Florida, Duval County, and the beautiful Ashima Franklin is going to be the headliner. That's our first female headliner that we've had.
Really? She's gonna be the first. Oh,
she's gonna be the first one. Yeah, she making Hain Boulevard history. That was she making Hain Boulevard history.
Hain Boulevard history. Now, see, that's some history I haven't heard of.
Yeah, well, it's a first for everything.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Now, for those of us who are from New Orleans and who have been in New Orleans way prior to Katrina, Whispers sounds very familiar to us.
Whispers does sound familiar. Everybody, the older generation, they say that's the best club that New Orleans has ever.
It was the best club in New Orleans.
It's the best club New Orleans has ever had. And so it's not actually not the same owners, but I guess they felt like Whispers was the best club that they ever had too, and so they just tried to bring that same Whispers feel to a new location, and that's pretty much what it is. It's 9734 Hain Boulevard. They do different things throughout the week. Wednesdays they do free seafood. Actually tonight they do free seafood.
I've been to the seafood. That's the Small Business Wednesdays.
Yeah, Small Business Wednesdays. Friday, we do the comedy shows every other Friday. Also from 5 to 8 on Fridays, they do a free buffet, 2-for-1 drinks. And, you know, then after that, at 8 o'clock, the doors open for the comedy show, and then we get into the funny business.
So the doors open at 8, but what time does the show actually start?
9.
Starts at 9.
Yeah, doors open for 8. Show starts at 9-ish.
9-ish. We got to put that ish in. I think that's the color people disclaimer.
All right. Well, Well, hold on. Let me go ahead and explain to some people who. All right. So I'm gonna tell you where it gets to be touchy. Cause see, people who are on time all the time, when you say doors open for 8, they show up at 8.
Right.
People who always late show up 9, 9:15, 9:30, and so what end up happening is the people who paid for the sections right in the front, they're not rushing because they got a seat, reserved seat, so they're like, man, we'll get there.
So you have the comedian sitting talking to a bunch of empty chairs because the people who paid for the good tables didn't get there yet.
Right, so that's how we end up starting a little later than we supposed to. If the people in the front come on and start, that's the way comedy is. You know, you need the people right there in the front to see you. So, you know, that's kind of why we do the 9-ish.
Okay, nothing wrong with the 9-ish. I am not complaining about the 9-ish. As long as I have a good adult beverage.
Yeah.
And I'm chilling and socializing, it's all good.
Oh, yeah, we definitely had adult beverages in a plethora of adult beverages floating around.
Now, see, many of us may remember Whispers on the Lake as being the dish.
Yeah. And it is the old, the new dish or whatever you want to call it, but it's actually new owners. Somebody new totally bought it out.
Okay.
And so it's a totally different feel from what it used to be. But you know, it's always a good time over there whenever you come. It's always good, grown, clean fun. You know, not a bunch of youngsters. I mean, it's.
Wait, now that doesn't mean that young people can't come. It's just that they don't...
I mean, it's just not a young crowd. When you come there, you gonna get like a date vibe. You gonna get something that's more like along the lines of somebody who gonna dress up, you gonna have you and your woman, y'all dressed up, y'all looking to go on a real date versus, you know, just going in there and listen to some bounce music and shake all night. We ain't doing that. It's grown, clean fun. Now, I ain't against bounce music, but, you know, we play that after the comedy show. We ain't playing that beforehand. I mean,
hey, I'm not mad. I like a good comedy show myself.
That'll work. I mean, a lot of people have started to come out. I mean, the vibe is starting. We sold out the last 5 shows in a row.
Oh, so I better hurry and get my ticket is what you're saying.
Yeah, the tickets be jumping. You know, the tickets be gone. You know, people want to get tickets. You don't have to necessarily meet me right away. You can go on the website. It's Funny Fridays, WOTL. At eventbrite.com, and you should be able to go ahead and purchase your tickets, your sections, or whatever you want to purchase on there.
Okay.
Yep.
So you hear that? Now go ahead and repeat that one more time for everybody.
Funny Fridays, WOTL.eventbrite.com.
All right, and so those of you who are wondering what, maybe you're not familiar with Shaddy Feelgood, or maybe you have heard of him, but you've not actually seen his show. We're going to show you a little clip of what you can expect on Friday night. And while you're watching this clip, if you'd like to call in and ask your own questions, the number is 504-341-8255, and the lines are open. That's 504-341-8255. But right now, let's check out Mr. Shaddy Feelgood in action.
You better put him on. They got phones stay underwater for 17 minutes. And we bring our silly ass in the store and buy it. Ooh, it stay under the water for 17 minutes. Ooh, that is great. Only if we could stay under the goddamn water for 17 minutes. What good is your phone under the goddamn water for 17 minutes? Just imagine right now you going home. You getting a wreck, your car fall in the water. 11 minutes. They pull your car out the water. Now you dead. but your phone's still working. Your wife on the scene, they say, ma'am, he dead, but here go his phone right here. I'm liable to get up, spit all the water out, and throw the phone back in the goddamn water. Because it got 6 more minutes to sound, because it's in my will. When I die, my phone died. Think about it. 2017, black people, to tell you what I need y'all to do. Say what you do. Whatever it is you do, do that. Now they were like, what you talking about? I'm going to tell you. If you do brakes, and that's all you do is brakes, you just fix people brakes. Don't you come to me talking about you're a mechanic. You do brakes. That's all you do is brakes. Huh? If you all you sell is shirts, T-shirts with people's name on them. Don't say you don't got a clothing line. You sell shirts. You sell shirts. Ladies, if you do plates on Thursdays and Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, that ain't no restaurant, that ain't no catering service, you do plates. Plates on Thursdays and Fridays. Say what you do. So I went to the mosque, tried to be a Muslim. They put me out the first day, they say I play too much. Man coming out early in the morning talking about, Assalamu alaikum, my brother. I turned around and looked at him, I said, I also like the Lakers. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. Wait, hold on.
And the show. And we are back. We up here doing all kinds of stuff over here. We got Facebook Live going on. We got the YouTube and the New Orleans Talk Network, and then we're talking to y'all. But we're going to take a quick break so we can get Miss Ashima Franklin on the phone. And don't forget the lines are open, 504-341-8255. That's 504-341-8255. And we'll be right back.
This is Remus Bowman. I want to invite you every Monday at 12 o'clock live for You and Your Credit. You can call in, you can ask me questions. Believe me, I've got most of the answers for you. We're going to help you get a good credit score. We're going to open doors for you to have an opportunity to be successful and pay low interest for your automobile, your home, your credit cards, everything that you buy. We're going to put you on a great path to have a successful future. Send me your request for information. I'll be glad to answer your question. Every Monday at 12 o'clock, join me from 12 to 1 Monday afternoon for You and Your Credit, originating from New Orleans Talk Network.
Y'all know me, this the people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Right. Listen, we're your host of the New Orleans Talk Network's Fan View. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
There's soul food, and then there's food for the soul. At a time where we live to eat, the Praline Connection restaurant serves up recipes that reach back into days long gone. You know, the kind of meals your mama cooked up for Sunday dinner. Fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and candied yams, homemade meatloaf with garlic mashed potatoes and string beans, or Nolan's filet gumbo. That's the real soul you get only at the Praline Connection restaurant, located at the Kona, Chavez and Frenchman Street in the Marinade.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
No.
Y'all can call in 504-341-8255. 341-8255.
Okay, Mr. Shaddy Feelgood has just totally taken over the show, and I think he's giving y'all the number. Ashima, are you there?
Shema.
Okay, we lost Ashima, but we have Mr. Petey Paul on the line, who I think wants to talk to Mr. Shaddy Feelgood. Petey, you there?
Yo, what's up with it?
What's up, Peter, baby?
Oh, cool, man. How you doing, Miss Rhonda?
I am wonderful. It's good hearing from you again.
All right, ma'am. You don't mind me calling you ma'am, do you?
I don't know, bro. That's a touchy subject around here.
Hey, man, me and Shaddy go back a good bit, and I was actually able to somewhat watch him grow to where he is right now, and it was really a sight for sore eyes, you know what I'm saying? And it was a great thing to see a young black man step out on his own talents, his own fate, you know what I'm saying? Step out on faith to go make that move, and he actually inspired me to step out and do some things too, but I run into some knuckleheads, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing as well as him yet on my end, but I'm going to pick his brain once he allowed me to. But I called in because I wanted to know at what point, man, because me and you was working together, bro, and I know you was working like a dog out there at that company, and you had your issues, and you was aspiring to do your own thing, but what did it take within yourself to really put your foot down and say, man, I'm really going to go out here and go get it, and I'm done with this, because, you know, I gotta get out here and get it for myself, and you have to believe in yourself, but I'm asking you that for my own well-being, plus there's other people out there that can use some type of words of motivation, you know, and I'm pretty sure you got something good that you can add.
Right. Well, first of all, thank you for all of what you just said, man, because, you know, I never knew that I was inspiring other people to chase their dreams. I was just chasing my own dream, but I guess I had a plan, and I stuck to my plan. I knew it was gonna be a hard road. When I started making enough money to where it started being more than what I was making from my job. Just to let everybody know, I worked for an engineering firm for 8 years, and I pretty much quit last year. I had a plan. I told myself once I saved a certain amount of money in my 401k and had enough money saved. I also have like 2 or 3 other businesses that I have, and so once those businesses started doing well enough that I felt like if anything happened, I could still be okay. I just kind of took a step and was, you know, I think for most people that jobs keep you, it keeps you on a treadmill, per se. Like, you don't really realize it because we get comfortable with getting a check every other week. Wow. And we know exactly how much it is. We know how, but in a way, you kind of hinder yourself because you relying on however much you make every other week, when if you just let go, it's kind of like a child when they walking, they going to hold on and they going to take a step, then they going to run back to the wall. But you got to, at some point, you have to, you know, start walking, you know what I'm saying, and let the wall go. And I think what I've learned since I quit is your hustle to whatever you put your energy into, the universe is going to give it back to you. So, you know, I put a lot of time and dedication into my comedy, and the universe really has been giving it back to me. And I mean, that's like, you know, like I say, I think if you really passionate about something, you're gonna start running into the right people. You're gonna start running into the right situations. You like before, when I was working, I only had a couple of hours to meet people to sell tickets for my comedy shows. Now I got all day. Anytime somebody call, that's my job. If they want 1 ticket or 10 tickets, I'm going to meet them because that's money in my household. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so now my hustle is different, because before I'd be like, man, you got to wait till I get off. And when I get off, that person might have changed their mind, or somebody else might have called with something to do on Friday, so now you lost the sale. When people call, you got to go right away. And I think once you quit, there's a sense of urgency to what you need to do for your household. And so you're going to go out, you're going to start meeting a lot of people, you're going to start brainstorming a lot more, coming up with a lot of creative ways to do what it is that you want to do. So, I mean, you know, so I mean, I just say, you going to know when it's time to quit your job. You know what I'm saying? I can't really tell you when, because everybody's story is different. But, I mean, I ain't about to sit up here and tell you I was about to be homeless or nothing like that, because that definitely wasn't what it was. But, you know, I just set myself up in a position to where I had money saved, and I figured I had enough money to hold me for a year. If I didn't get another check, I had enough money to hold me for a whole year worth of bills. And so that's kind of what I went on.
Right.
All right, that is some real talk
Thank
right there.
you.
And I think you resonated with a lot of people. Thank you for the call, Paul. And I think we have Ashima on the line. Ashima, can you hear us?
She talking, we can't hear. Sign language. How you doing? How you doing?
Leave Ashima alone. She's trying to get herself together.
How you doing? How you doing? No hear you. No hear you.
Okay, you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Now we can't see you.
I gotta take y'all off speakerphone then.
All right, your phone, you got a cheap phone. Your phone cheap.
If you don't let Ashima talk.
I need a husband to put me on this Sprint or his Verizon plan. I got a single Metro PCS.
Well, that's why you need to be getting T-Mobile.
Hey, you got a cricket.
I do. That was a nice little story you told too, Shaddy Feelgood. That was a real nice story.
Oh, that's what's up, baby. I appreciate it.
Tell Paul. I said he need a big brother. That nigga was looking for a mentor. How you started, man, and then what steps you took. I said, somebody get this nigga a hug. This grown ass man, inspired. Paul, you sound like you 42 years old. You ain't gonna do it.
Ashima, can you turn your video back on so we can see you? You done got all fixed up. There we go.
Yeah, but I can't. Okay, hold on. I can't.
It's working now.
We see you. We good.
Okay, I can read lips though.
You can hear us though, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now that I put the phone to my ears, I'm gonna have to do it like this.
Okay, so she said she can't.
Oh, all right. I got you.
But that's okay.
I need some earphones. Maybe I can go find some earphones. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm actually just pulling up to the comedy club at Uptown. I had a show at Uptown. I thought the interview was an hour ago, but I wasn't realizing that we was on 2 different times. So
right.
My apologies for being a nigga, number one. I want to say I'm sorry for being a nigga. First and foremost. Hey, Shaddy Feelgood. I can't wait to see y'all on Friday.
That's what's up, baby. You know I can't wait to see you. You know every time we hook up, it's a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Look, on Friday and Saturday.
I just want to eat.
On Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, you're not going to have a whole lot of time to eat in New Orleans. You come in Friday for the show, and then you go into Baton Rouge on Saturday, huh?
Yeah, girl, but my plane land at like 9 in the morning. So
okay. So you got some time to hang out.
Huh?
So you got some time to hang out and see the city and get some eating done?
Oh, yeah, I got to get one of my po' boys. I ain't going to get my drink on until later on that night because, you know, you come to New Orleans. Can you cuss on this? Can you cuss on this show?
Well, you done already did it now.
Yeah, you already done. You a habitual offender.
I know. I done cussed or used the word nigga. I ain't asked no rules or regulations.
You sure didn't. It's a good thing that we're not getting censored.
That's all right. They ain't gonna do nothing but put Miss Rhonda in Facebook jail. That's all.
Yeah, it'll be all your fault.
It's gonna be all my fault, Miss Rhonda. They is not gonna air this episode because of my damn mouth.
So tell us your story. How did you get started with comedy?
Ooh, I got started with comedy actually from a kid because I have been in like performing arts my whole entire life since like 5th grade on up. And being funny was just something that was always just natural to me. I was always funny, was always class clown, always acting a fool everywhere. So I moved to Atlanta. I don't want to have to go all into the long story about how I was an apple in my mama's eye and shit. But I moved to Atlanta like this. It all started, 1980. No, I moved to Atlanta in 2005. I had gotten a job to be a flight attendant, but didn't get the job, long story short. And one of my friends brought me to Uptown, which is the club I'm about to go in and get on stage now.
Wait, I'm going to cut you off just for one quick second. Did you say you didn't get the job as a flight attendant?
Girl, no, I did not get the job. I went through the training and took the final and went back and changed one of my answers on the final. And I had the right answer the first time. Changed the answer and made an 89 on the test. And you had to make 90% or
Oh.
Oh, it was terrible too.
Never
'cause,
second guess yourself.
I second guess myself, and I learned that lesson that day to never second guess myself, because that's exactly what I did. I had to call home, tell my people not to come to the graduation. The graduation was the next day. You didn't get paid unless you graduated. The training was 6 weeks. Girl, I was sick. I know.
Well, Petey Paul told me to tell you. Petey Paul told me to tell you that he fights women with cheap phones.
Tell him to add me to his fave 5 then, because I can't fight.
Who hosting out there tonight? Who hosting out there in Atlanta? Who hosting out there in Atlanta tonight?
Vanessa Fraction. It's Vanessa's night tonight.
Oh, all right. You headlining?
She got a win tonight. I guess is what you want to call it. She had me to come here and close the show out. She actually do karaoke and comedy, so I guess she's going to do the karaoke part, and then I go up and tell the jokes at the end of the show.
Oh, I thought you
so
sing
when you come
too.
out here, you got to do it.
Oh, all right. The way your hair was tonight, I thought you was gonna sing.
What? Oh, I look like a singer?
Yeah, you look like India Irish or something. India Irish.
I've been getting my little natural girl on. I do that in the summertime or whatever. I try to get my little natural girl on or whatever with my little dreads and my little twist. But I'm about to get sold up next week and go back to looking like a basketball wife.
Okay, basketball wife.
Look, so
I'm about to get my basketball wife hair on.
So tell the people where you're originally from.
I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, by way of Mobile, Alabama.
All right, Southern woman in the house.
I'm right down the street from y'all. We cousins.
I already know we got this big thing going on. Y'all claim y'all started Mardi Gras, huh?
Oh, yeah, y'all sure do try to claim Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras originated in Mobile, Alabama. Now, y'all know that. Now, y'all just took it and ran with it. And I mean, I like New Orleans. I like Mardi Gras New Orleans. Don't get it twisted. I think it's more for adults than it is for the kids, like how it is in Mobile or whatever. But, yeah, y'all took it and made it ghetto.
Yeah, so y'all basically, y'all got kitty Mardi Gras out there. Y'all got the truck parade.
They got the family-friendly version.
Yeah.
Okay, you can show your titties in Mobile.
Can you?
So you can show your titties in Mobile.
No, I mean,
I don't know. You might go to jail if you just show them too much. So
yeah. Well, see, in New Orleans, the more you show them, the more you stay out of jail.
I know. That's why I gotta get to New Orleans.
Yeah, we have a different type of police force here.
AKA these titties. I didn't come out there doing Mardi Gras and get booked, shouted.
Well, I'm gonna take care of that for you, baby. I'm gonna make sure you get down here for the real Mardi Gras.
That's what's up. I can't wait. I want to come down there for Mardi Gras, and I want to come down. I've never been to Essence Fest. I got to get down there for that too. But I be wanting to work it though. Shit.
All right. Well, I mean, we gonna work on some things. I'm gonna let Rhonda, because I done took over the damn interview.
You sure did take over the interview, but I'm not mad. We're gonna do this as a team, so it's all
right.
good.
All right, yeah, we doing. We tag teaming. I done jumped in here. They're gonna have to hire me for the next show.
Well, what we're going to do, though, is we are going to show your video. We have a video of your act for people who may not be familiar with your work, or maybe they've heard of you and haven't seen you perform. We want to show the people who you are. All right,
show them, girl.
So let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Booty girls be in the club twerking your booty. I'll be right next to you. Twerking this camera toe. What you want to do? What you want to do? Throw the hell out the camera toe. What you want to do? Alright, I gotta tell you, I'm up here doing some clean jokes. I do not do clean comedy. But I'm doing it tonight because I'm a professional. Okay. Shout out to 158. You can't cuss, you can't smoke, you can't do nothing up in here. You can't do nothing. You can buy liquor, but you better drink it outside. I came in there, they gonna tell me, put your titties up. I said, put my titties up. I'm trying to get some free drinks. What you mean? They need to change the name from 158 to Mud Hill House, because that's what this feels like. You can't do nothing but Hill House. You can't cut on her lights, roll her water, watch her TV, sit on her furniture. It just feels like Mud Hill House up in here. Shout out to Roy Ski gonna bet me $50. I can't get those things tonight, cuz. Yeah, well, I just hope that I don't have to come up out the 50. Cause I'm sweating, but it's all good though. Roy Ski gonna try to challenge me. Oh, I'm doing it, girlfriend. I'm doing it. I'm gonna drink a little of this Heineken though. What's something else? You can't drink your beer on stage? Golly, you can't. I'm gonna tell you something, fellas. You can't come here expecting to get no coochie up out of here. Coochie ain't gonna be tipsy enough.
Ashima, you just break rules everywhere you go. First you be cussing on my show, you drinking on the stage. What's going on? Oh, we done lost Ashima.
Where was that, Shima?
That was at this club called 158 in Mobile, and they don't allow no cussing in the club. So they started a comedy night, and the DJ was like, Ashima, we want you to come do the comedy night, but you can't cuss. And I was like, all right, I'm going to come do it or whatever. He was like, matter of fact, I'm going to put $50 down on it or whatever, so you couldn't cuss. So, yeah, I go in there and break all the rules. But I didn't cuss, though. I don't think I did. I think I did good.
No, you just said every word around the curse word, coochie, titties. Yeah, you just you took the high road.
Right.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you, as a comedian,
I was that bitch sweating like a goddamn bullet.
Look, but as a comedian, I hate that when people tell you at the last minute you can't curse. It kind of changes your whole set. Like
it just changes your vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like when I do clean comedy, you know, I can do it, but I have to be in the mood to do it. I don't like just I'm get there, I got my jokes in my head, and here you come telling me. So basically, you could tell just now when you was watching Ashima that she went there with a purpose to do something else, and then she was up there like, man, I'm just not gonna curse, but I'm gonna do what the hell I do. And that's basically what she was doing, because she didn't really want to get into her material, because her material was probably gonna bring her into cursing.
Yeah,
so,
and then she get in trouble.
So she just kind of freestyled and let the people have Ashima, the person that she is when she not on stage. Basically.
Well, our producer just said it's like telling a rapper to stay clean.
No, I personally feel like comedy need cussing in it. You know, that's just my personal preference. Comedy is comedy. You do what you want to do or whatever. But, you know, I really don't. To me, it ain't no rules in comedy. Whatever your style is whatever your style is. Long as motherfuckers is up there laughing. And we got to laugh about the shit that's going on in the world. We got to laugh about this pain. We got to laugh at everything. So however it is you deliver your craft, that's how you deliver it. And that's my feelings on that. Like, I can't wait to get my own comedy TV show to where everybody gonna get on that bitch long as you funny. I don't give a damn if you get up there and talk about your grandmama being gay. Long as that shit funny, I don't care.
I'm actually a firm believer in a joke. A joke is funny. As long as a joke is funny, it's good. I mean, you know, if people laugh at it, because I mean, I have very, very touchy subjects. I mean, I talk about gay relationships. I talk about handicap. But, I mean, I feel like you could do everything in a tasteful way. You know, and I mean, once it's tastefully done, I mean, I feel like I've had shows where I did my handicap joke and people in wheelchairs come to me after the show and like, bruh.
I think they're going to laugh at their situation too, huh?
Yeah, I mean.
Right, exactly.
There's laughter in everything. I'm pretty sure there's somebody right now in a wheelchair that's riding around with a funny wheelchair joke that they could tell everybody and they're going to laugh at. And I mean, I just feel like, I mean, there's.
But that actually brings me to the question that I wanted to ask you. When it comes to writing comedy, just because I think something's funny and I write it and I say, oh, this is going to kill him, and then it doesn't mean that the audience that I tell that joke to is going to think it's funny. So how do you put that art into writing comedy to where you know what's going to be funny?
Well, sometimes when you survey a crowd, when you get somewhere, you survey your crowd first just to kind of see, you know, where they are, and then once you find out where they are, you should be able to tell if they're a crowd that's going to receive. Receive like an offensive joke, or if they're a crowd that's gonna clutch their pearls and be like, oh, why would he say that? And so, you know, just as a comedian, you need to learn to read those things. And some crowds are not good crowds to, like, I wouldn't do my handicap joke in the church, just because people, when they're in church, their mentality is compassion. Everything is compassion. So you try to go with, you know, with the, I guess, with the safe bet versus something that people gonna not be so receptive to. I mean, I don't know, Shima, if you want to chime
Ashima,
in.
what are you doing?
She trying
Oh
to
no,
listen.
I'm listening. I put it on speakerphone so that I can.
Oh, okay.
And then I put my ear on it when it's my turn to talk. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. No, well,
we can hear it if you just talk with your face.
Well, I'm trying to talk to my face. But yeah, I agree with what Shawty said. And like when it comes to writing material, sometimes you like you say, you have to know your crowds. You have to work out your shit too. You write material that's funny because I write down my thoughts. I think my thoughts are funny, so I write that down and I get on stage and I try it out. And I can kind of tell if this might be something that they might work with. So I just keep working it out, adding on to it. You know what I'm saying? Taking stuff from it, adding on to it, and just building the material. And some crowds are good to work jokes out on, and some of them not. So yeah, like Shawty said, you just got to know your crowd. Now see me, I go into church and do a handicap joke, but that's because I'm a risk taker. I break all the rules, and I don't care because y'all compassion, y'all on a different mentality, but y'all still human, and y'all still laugh at the same damn shit that we laugh at.
Yeah,
so
for real.
I live to do shit like that. That's why I don't like me.
What's crazy is like I met.
I break the rules.
I met Ashima my very first time in Atlanta. I think we was in 225.
Oh, okay, yeah, on Peter Street.
Yeah, we was in 225 in the back. You didn't perform that night, but we met. Mario introduced us. And,
yeah, Joe did.
And
Joe did. I thought you was so cute, and you was from New Orleans. I think
that's what's up. So yeah, we was in like the little, I guess there's a little patio area off in the back, but I think that was my first time performing on the road, and it was a hell of an experience. Cause and I ain't gonna lie, now that I started telling this story, I don't know if I want to tell it, but I'm gonna be like you. I'm gonna be a risk taker and tell my story.
Go on, do it.
Cause Carlos was hosting, and that was my first time out there, and Carlos was killing it. And so like after I got from up there, I was funny, but Carlos like took my style and like murdered my whole style right behind me, and the shit was hilarious.
That's funny.
Now,
that is funny.
Now, what do you do? And then either one of you can answer this question. What do you do when you already have some material worked out, and then somebody does either really kill it right before you, or they do something that's kind of similar to your set? How do you bounce back from that?
I love to go up behind heat. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody go in before me, I just get on that wave and ride that wave. And if they talk about something similar to mine, then I just won't talk about it. Or I've been in a situation where a female went up in front of me and she actually did my joke, but she couldn't do my joke, Shawty, like I do my joke. So I came behind the bitch to show the bitch how it's really done.
Yeah.
Okay? You can try to copy the material, but you can't copy me.
Right. You can't copy the delivery.
I gotta go up behind heat.
Right. Well, I mean, for me, I've seen a lot of comedians panic. I've seen comedians ask comedians time to get cut short.
Right.
I've seen it all.
Comedians want to worry about what number they go up. You can't worry about that kind of stuff.
And so New Orleans doesn't have comedy clubs, so the way I've learned to perform is a real aggressive style, because you always have to grab attention. In a comedy club, you don't grab attention. You grab attention a lot quicker in a comedy club than in a bar. Right. Well, some people not even there to hear comedy. You know what I'm saying? Some people just in there just to have a drink. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, going up behind people with heat, I have a high energy, so it doesn't really bother me much. But sometimes you can't just go straight into your set after somebody go up there with heat. You got to go engage the audience and let them know that you funny. Like, you got to let them know instantly as soon as you grab the mic, oh, I'm funny. This ain't no mistake. I'm just as funny as the person y'all just was laughing at. Right. And once they start laughing again at you, you should
Right.
be able to carry them until the rest of your set. But I mean, in the same breath that we telling you this, I've seen comedians struggle after somebody kills it, because there's like a level of killing it where sometimes ain't no coming back from. I've seen that as well. Well,
Right.
well, some guys get up there, and I mean, a prime
Do
example
all
of
time, take up everything.
yeah,
Just-
and a prime example of somebody who probably nobody would want to follow was the Kings of Comedy. Nobody wanted to follow Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was one of them personalities. Ain't nobody coming behind him. After Bernie Mac touched the stage, I don't see none of those guys being able to follow Bernie Mac after he does what he does.
Right.
It's just a level. Some guys just like that. In the game right now,
Right.
in the game right now, there's a couple of cats that I think possess that.
Can't nobody follow me.
Yeah.
But on that note, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. The lines are still open, 504-341-8255. That's 504-341-8255. We'll be right back.
I'm going to green room.
How does a crawfish or shrimp etouffee sound? What about a piping hot cup of gumbo? Or a catfish platter with soft shell crawfish, catfish, livers, and pickles? And that's just for starters. What about entrees? If this is getting your mouth watering, then you need to come to the Praline Connection. Our down-home Cajun Creole-style restaurant has been providing soul food at affordable prices for over 20 years. And our pralines are delicious. We're a restaurant, a gift shop, and a candy shop, all in one. Bring your friends and enjoy an amazing meal today. Come see us at 542 Finchman Street in New Orleans, or check us out online at www.pralinconnection.com, and be sure to like us on Facebook. You can also give us a call at 504-943-3934.
Y'all know me, this the people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, a big fan.
Listen, we're your hosts of the New Orleans Talk Network's Fan View. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device, or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
You can see the stage.
Yes.
And we are back, and Miss Ashima was just showing us, and I think she just dipped out on us. She was just showing us the inside of Uptown Comedy Club, and she had a nice little house in there.
Yeah. They just renovated Uptown Comedy Club out there, and I mean, it's a real nice. If you ever in Atlanta, you need to go check that out. It's a real nice club, real nice atmosphere. You get some of the best comics in the country over there performing.
There's
Throughout
a few
the
comedy
week.
clubs over in Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, there are a few. I mean, that's predominantly black. I mean, if you're looking for a little bit of something else, they got, other comedy clubs, I think, Side Splitters and some other places out in Atlanta. But I think it's the Laughing Skull and some other places. But, and the Atlanta Comedy Theater is a new one that's opened up out there. So.
Okay. So, yeah, and you touched on something. We really don't have a comedy club here in New Orleans.
Nope,
I don't think, not that I can remember. I mean, unless something's happened since I was away. And I know I just moved back home a few months ago. But has there ever been a comedy club in New Orleans?
Nope, there's never been one. I mean, there's one on Ferret, La Nuit, but it's not geared around black comedy. It's kind of geared around a little bit of everything else. I mean, but black comedy is kind of put together and put in clubs and stuff like that. But I mean, I actually, in traveling, I feel like New Orleans comics, I think coming from the elements that we come from, we have a real unique style, just like our music and everything else. And that's just mainly because we learn to perform in terrible conditions. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't get the crowds that are there for comedy. We get crowds that come there for everything but comedy.
Well, and that makes a good point, though. I mean, if you're going to be performing somewhere where they're not really coming for comedy,
right,
and you capture their attention and you're making them laugh, then you're really doing something.
Yeah, like, and you know, with comedy, there's a lot of factors that play into it. Lighting has to be good. The seating arrangement has to be set up a certain kind of way, and most people in New Orleans don't know how comedy is supposed to be because we don't have a club. So it's just kind of wherever we do comedy, that's what they think comedy is supposed to be. And that's what I try to do at Whispers, is I try to create a comedy club atmosphere. There's a stage, there's a stage light, whereas, it's just a comedian on stage with the bright light. Most places that we go, the whole place is lit up, and it's not really good for comedy. It's kind of like a movie where, the lights are supposed to be down on the audience and up on the performer. So that's kind of what I try to do.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. So what's next on the horizon for you?
I have some big things going on right now that I really can't discuss. I can't really say all of it because
just say what you can say.
Yeah. I mean, I just had some big things coming up on TV.
Okay.
Some things that's gonna be coming up. I gotta sign all the paperwork and stuff like that. And,
nice.
So I was under strict orders of you can't say, so I ain't gonna say because I ain't gonna mess my chances up.
No, please don't do that, because then you be calling me, blaming me, and I'm like,
right.
I ain't know.
And you jack this old, jack it down, Miss Rhonda. We can't. You're holding me back. Jack it down.
Anyway, so you got a busy weekend, though. So you're at Whispers on the Lake
Friday, and then I'll be in Baton Rouge on Saturday at the Belle of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Me and Ashima will be on the album with comedian Sean Jones. He's gonna be the headliner. Very, very funny guy. He actually headlined my room maybe like 2 months ago, and I think he probably was the funniest comedian I've ever had there. Period. He's hilarious. And Mark Caesar, and it's actually a Silly Rabbit production. A guy from Baton Rouge said he puts the shows together. He does a real good job of putting the shows together. I went out there last year, January 2015 was my first time performing for him. And I was the headliner. He had like 725 people in the building to see me. I was like, you must got somebody else coming. But, I mean, it was a great time. The people loved it. I loved it. It was just a real good show. So it's, that's at the Belle of Baton Rouge and the casino in Baton Rouge. So if y'all out that way, y'all make sure y'all come check us out. I'll be hosting that night. Ashima, Sean Jones, Mark Caesar. It's going to be a hell of a night.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Make sure that you support these comedians, support these shows. I would absolutely love it if we did have a comedy club here. I'm just throwing that out in the atmosphere just in case somebody wants to go ahead and pick up that torch and run with it. But until then, I will be at Whispers on the Lake.
9734 Hain Boulevard.
There we go.
You can call me, 504-250-7357. I'm trying to read and talk. It's not easy, y'all. But, I mean, you don't have to call me. You could go on the link. Funny Friday, WOTL, that stands for Whispers on the Lake. So Funny Friday, WOTL.eventbrite.com. Y'all could go on there, purchase tickets, sections, sofa sections, tables. It's a nice, grown, good time. Date night, late night with the girls.
Right.
Fellas night. You know, y'all, whether you celebrating a wedding or a divorce, it's good for you. You can laugh through all of it. A funeral, we do reunions, class reunion, everything. Even if you celebrating your friend abortion, you can come on.
Oh my goodness!
You gotta laugh through that. It's all right. You can laugh through that. You can make it through that. Just, you know. So
here we go.
That's what we do. Everything in life. After you do it, you can laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have lost control of this show.
Yeah. We done took over. It's Shaddy Feelgood out.
So since we do have a few minutes left, I did want to ask, there are a lot of crazy things going on in the news. I know you've been keeping up with it. You have to, because comedians have to keep up with the news.
Right.
Because that's where you get a lot of your best material.
Right.
But, we got, so Ray Lewis has been saying a lot of stuff, giving Colin Kaepernick advice. What advice do you give Ray Lewis and Colin Kaepernick?
First of all, Ray Lewis, I don't like Ray Lewis. I used to like him as a player, but as a man, I feel like he be cooning. he be cooning. For real, like for somebody who was in jail for a murder or whatever it was he did, he should understand how hard it is for a black man to come back from whatever it is. If he was found innocent, he still should feel a certain kind of way, knowing that he was even in a position to be. He could have not played football at all, right. So, and for Colin Kaepernick, I actually applaud him for what he's doing. I mean, in life you got to stand up for what you believe in, and if you don't find something that you believe in, then I mean, what you living for? If you don't find nothing that you'll die for, what you living for?
There you go.
So, I mean, I actually appreciate that, but I think he do need to cut that bush off.
I like his afro.
I ain't feeling the bush. I ain't, if you gonna have a bush, at least kind of shape it up. Make it like, he Black Panther bush. That
is a big bush. He could maybe cornrow it down.
Yeah, I mean, he done started cornrolling it. But I actually feel like the Ravens, in so many words, they really wanna put him on the team, but it's politics. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of politics, because anytime you call Robert Griffin RG3,
right,
Mr. No Knees, every year his knee go out like he do hardwood floors. His knee ain't worth nothing. You gonna call him like that ain't even a comparison. Colin Kaepernick better than him. I just think the all of the, and
Luke McCown got a job.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. The Verizon man, when the generator go out, man, see, this NFL ain't nothing. They ain't got, Ray Rice ain't got a job. I felt like Ray Rice we could have used him. The Saints could have used Ray Rice. But, I mean, I don't condone.
I'm about to say, he been doing he been hitting the wrong people.
No, I know, but, I'm a person that feel like what you do at your house, that's your business. I mean, I just feel like, they got people who telling him he can't play, and people who beating up on their wife at home, we just don't know. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean.
Okay, well, now I want to ask you about some more advice. What advice would you give to number 45? He's been caught in a couple of lies lately. About 2-3 of them all at one time.
Who 45 is?
Oh, you know who 45 is.
Nah, who that is?
That's your president.
Oh, man. Listen, let me tell you about Loose Wig. Listen, Loose Wig be tripping. I ain't gonna lie, Loose Wig just need to go ahead and give it up. Like, he just need to go ahead and just impeach yourself. You already the color of peach.
He said impeach himself.
Impeach yourself. He done fired everybody. What kind of, you gotta fire everybody who get in a position? He done fired everybody.
But then,
except his family members. When he gonna fire them?
But that's the funny part. I mean, he said that the Boy Scouts leader called him and told him this is the best speech ever. And the Boy Scout leader's like, we didn't call him.
Man, let me tell you. His whole once he got in after grabbing by the pussy, it was over. What don't you expect him to say after he said that? Everything wide open. You can say anything. Once you say grab him by the pussy, it's over. You can say, what else can he do? Then he gonna say it's just locker room talk. That ain't cool.
No,
but Red Rice can't play football.
And neither can Colin Kaepernick.
But I tell you what, I like the way that lady ain't shake his hand. She shook the white man.
Didn't she go by him so smooth?
Yeah, so smoothly. Yeah, that's what I like. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know, the president stuff, once he got in office, I don't even watch the news like talking about it no more, because I feel like it don't even make no sense. It don't make sense. Every time you watch it, you get more inspiration and more stuff about the country on Nick Jr. Nick on the Disney Channel. That's a soap opera.
Okay, so we need to start watching the Disney Channel to get our inspiration.
Yep. Watch the Disney Channel. Watch Naked and Afraid. You can watch all that.
Oh, Naked and Afraid is hilarious.
I love Naked and Afraid. You saw the episode when the black dude was on there? I just knew he had to make it. I knew they wouldn't have put no brother on there if he wasn't gonna make it. He was like, you know, I don't need to eat. I'm good. Next 10 minutes, I can't. I gotta go home. I was upset. Naked and Afraid ain't for no black people. First of all, you put me on Naked and Afraid, I'm gonna need a bigger blur. You ain't gonna just hit me with no little dot. I need a bigger blur. My blur gotta be bigger for me.
The blur's gonna be like a whole.
Man, it need to take up all my chest. I need a bigger blur.
Well, folks, on that note, we're going to have to wrap it up. That is another hilarious episode of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. Make sure you tune in next week. Yo, guess who we're going to have here next week?
Who?
You know about mindless behavior?
Yep, do.
Yeah, you know, Prodigy is going to be with us next week.
Really?
Yes.
Girl, you been having all the stars.
I'm trying to tell you.
Man, y'all, this young woman, because I can't say this mature woman, I can't say none of that, because she got on me for saying ma'am, but she has her pulse is to the streets. She know who bubbling around here. Y'all give it up for Miss Rhonda. We gonna give her a hand clap for Miss Rhonda Lawson, the young woman.
Well, actually, let me go ahead and correct myself real quick. Prodigy will be on the week after. Next week, have you heard about this couple? The man surprised his wife with an engagement, and then surprised her with a wedding later on that day.
Oh yeah, the black guy.
Yeah.
They gonna be here?
Yeah, next week.
What?
Yes.
They still married?
They still married. They write books and they have their own radio show now.
Yeah, I don't know. You think that really went just like that?
Oh, it had to have. It was on video. It was on YouTube.
He gotta have some good money. Weddings ain't cheap.
No, but he did that all in one day.
Ring and
all in one day.
Yeah, I have a whole nother. That ain't no comedy money, y'all. I'm telling you that now. I asked you to marry me today. It gonna be a year and a half, 2 years.
It's not Horizons money either, so don't feel bad. All right, so that's all we have, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Shaddy Feelgood, and thank you to Ashima Franklin for joining us tonight and making this a great show. We will see you next week.